Hello, this is George Combs for Speech 100 Foundations of Speech Communication, Fall 2011, Persuasive Speech, Importance of Voting in the Presidential Election. Everyone should understand and recognize the importance of voting to make all politicians accountable for their actions. Just because you have not voted in the past or your candidate did not win does not mean your vote is irrelevant. It is important to understand the candidate's position on the issues to make an informed decision for our country's future. The next presidential election will be the most significant election of our lifetime. Everyone understands our country is in dire straits, with out-of-control spending and ever-increasing national debt. The current level of government spending is unsustainable and imposes a significant burden upon the generations of our children and grandchildren just for the sake of funding social programs we cannot afford. Just imagine if you continually spend 50% more than you make year after year, how long would it be before you went bankrupt? How long can our government last? We have record unemployment, which has remained above 9% for the past 30 months, while adding hundreds of billions of dollars to our national debt. President Obama spent $800 billion of borrowed money from China to fund his stimulus package, which was based upon failed Keynesian economics, based upon political expediency, not modern economic theory or historical experience to end the recession. Then we have Solyndra, filed bankruptcy after receiving $535 million of loan guarantees, which we will never see returned because the Department of Energy restructured the loans to favor George Kaiser, a major fundraiser of the president. This spending binge has created a $1.3 trillion deficit in fiscal year 2010 and a $1.4 trillion deficit in fiscal year 2009, the largest deficit since 1945. Our elected officials have failed us with feel-good measures, with the creation of the super committee to cut spending $1.2 trillion over 10 years, which failed because, as we found out on a recent 60 Minutes investigative show, Congress is focused upon their own personal gain of wealth with legal congressional insider trading. How do we put a stop to Washington's reckless and willful disregard of the American people? The answer is quite simple. We need to be aware of new legislation our politicians are enacting and be informed of the issues. We cannot be swayed by internet attack ads or sound bites from a biased media that distorts a candidate's true position of an issue. It is equally important to understand that your vote counts and makes a difference. How can you make a difference? Pay attention. Watch the debates and the news from different sources, not just online ads such as the Huffington Post. What else can be done to make a difference? If you meet your candidate, what would you tell them? The time to make a difference is now. If you have not registered to vote, please do so at your earliest convenience. Otherwise, you have no one to blame but yourself. Become involved. Volunteer for a candidate you believe in that will make a difference based upon his presentation of the facts, not just a catchy phrase or slogan. Again, watch the debates, listen carefully to the candidate's solutions to our problems. Just because we have an economic crisis does not mean that we should ignore everything we have learned about macroeconomics. Remember, politicians have little knowledge of economics, but a huge incentive to provide a short-term economic solution to improve their chances of re-election. Once again, we need to pay attention to the rhetoric of the candidates to fully understand their position on the issues and to make an informed decision of our country's future. Thank you.